Well, I think I have something cool here. I think I have another Walmart exclusive buck. I'm not sure because I can't find anything on the internet about this, but let me tell you about this knife. This is the Buck 736 Trekker XLT. Now, as I mentioned before, I got this knife from Walmart. I like to go through there and see kind of what knives they get in stock because Walmart's known for getting some exclusive knives from Buck, from Gerber, from Kershaw that you can't find anywhere else until years later when they hit discount websites and they get discontinued. But this knife right here, the 736, appears to be a pretty good little knife for the money. Now it was $18.88 and then you have to tax it, so it came out about 20 bucks. But for 20 bucks, you seem to get a lot. Now that's a 3-inch, partially serrated, clip point blade and 420 HC. So it's Buck's proprietary steel, so it's a good steel. But this one happens to be coated. I'm not quite sure what this coating is, and I don't know if it mars or it wears down yet. But after some use with this knife, I'll let you know what kind of coating and if it holds up. Also, whenever they release some statistics about it, we'll have some more information. But this is an anodized aluminum handle. It's two-tone, and it's pretty cool. The bottom half of this knife is green, and the top half is almost a blue, smoky gray. So it's not two pieces to the knife as far as one side, it's just two different colors. Because when it was in the package, I couldn't quite tell what it was. So when the guy handed me the blister pack and I held the knife just right, then I could tell it's a fully anodized aluminum handle, and you can see the variations in the color. So that's a cool thing from Buck. So it is a liner lock. Like these inexpensive knives, that's what you tend to get. But how is the liner lock on it? I can tell you it is very solid. Look, no blade play in this inexpensive knife. No north and south, no east and west. Again, the lockup is amazingly solid. It is dead in the middle of that blade. That is what I like to see. Also like to see the tolerances on the knife and the finish of it. Look how centered this blade is inside the knife. There is no sagging to one side and there is no rubbing. Now, this knife again is brand new, so it's a little stiff coming out, but once I oil it, once I work it, it should wear in. But before that, I don't have to do any centering on that blade. I'm impressed by it. It is an open back design, so you can see through all the way through the knife, but that lets you also clean out pocket lint and keep anything out of there, and it also keeps the cost down because you only have 2 slabs of metal and then you have your stainless spacers. So there's not as much material-wise to the back of this knife as some of the higher-end ones. Does it feel like a high-end knife? Some of the features, yes. Some of the features, no. Now I can tell you the jimping on the top of this, it is fairly sharp. It's not perfectly rounded on the sides like some of the high-end knives I have, or even some of the mid-tier knives. It does have kind of a get your attention, a little bit sharp jimping. And also this finger choil on the bottom here. It is fairly aggressive as far as the texturing of it. Now where the liner lock is, you get a pretty good feel for that. I'm not going to lie, it feels a little bit sharp in the hand. So that's something that could have been fixed or worked on, or even something you could do at home. You could slightly file that just gently, ever so much, to take out that sharpness. Now if you're happy with it and it doesn't bother you, like it's not going to bother me, roll with it. It's a $20 knife. When you're cutting with it, cut, and when you're not, put it up. That's what I say. Now, for this money, what do you get as far as washers? Well, I'm happy to say it is mixed washers. So I do get 50% of the washers I like, and 50% of the washers I can tolerate. That means that I've got a phosphorus bronze washer on this side, which is my favorite, and I have a nylon washer on this side, which is less than my favorite, but I get it. You see, the phosphorus bronze, people quote it as saying it stays lubricated or it lubricates itself. There is some truth to the matter that the metal does hold the oil very well. So when you put a tad bit of oil in there, that metal, like a sponge almost, wants to suck it up. The other side on the nylon, hey, it'll take the oil and roll with it, but it will wear down quicker than the phosphorus bronze. But if you want to keep your costs down, you go with nylon. To mix both, that's kind of a trend I'm starting to see in knives. But for a knife this lined up and So far, a little bit of hesitation coming out, but fairly smooth. Doesn't make any squeaky noises. I'm really impressed. Isn't that a good looking knife? And to have Buck come out with another serrated blade, that's a good looking blade. So for the couple negative things, we're talking about a $20 knife. Again, hopefully it could be a Walmart exclusive. Now, I prefer blades tip up. This one is indeed tip up, but you do have a fixed pocket clip. Again, when you go with a knife of this price range, you're not going to get a lot of variables and changes to it. They are keeping costs down. So they drill one side, and as it turns out, this knife is typically designed for a right-hand customer, because with the clip like this, you take it and put it in your pocket, push it to the right side of your pocket, and it rests in the far right-hand side pocket. Now, you could do it as a left-hand knife and put it in your pocket and slide it all the way over, but when you pull the knife out, you're coming out with it backwards, where when you pull it out with this, comes out of the pocket, it's more of a natural pull. It does have ambidextrous thumb studs, so you could indeed work it with either hand. I'm not as good with my left hand, as you can see, as I am with my right hand. It's just natural, so when there's hesitation in the knife, as this one has a tad bit in the beginning, it's a little bit harder for me. So I just feel like this is more designed as the right hand knife. Hence also this kind of gets in the way, and it just, again, that's a more natural feel for me and for the knife. So the Buck 736 Trekker XLT, a $20 knife, but it seems to be way more than that in value. I found it, I'm excited, and maybe you can find yourself one. That blade right there, after I put it to work, I'll let you know how it cuts, I'll let you know how it holds up. Tolerance-wise, beautiful knife. If you're looking for something inexpensive, if you're looking for something for an everyday carry, this could be the knife for you. It's going to cut packages, it's going to cut food for you, it's going to do a little whittling. It'll even take down rope. That serrated blade right there, you know what? I used to knock serrated edges and think it was military only. I've found uses for it. Zip ties have nothing to do with those, because that cuts right through them. So, again, an EDC Workhorse for 20 bucks, quite possibly a Walmart exclusive. This is the Buck 736 Trekker XLT. Look for it at your local Walmart. Look for it on the internet whenever it comes up with more information, and I do a review on the hold up and use of this knife. We'll see what we got here. Happy hunting, and I hope you find something that cool. Have a great weekend, guys. Thank you.